He's about that life,
Yeah.
you know. And what I like about him, it's not.
Hold on. You got to go all that back. I need all that back.
My bad.
Yeah.
So he got like, you know.
But you said, in his house he got like
everything, the samurai, ornament so like, but he reads all the books and
Yo,
stuff
he gives
like that.
me vibes like such a peaceful person.
It does.
Yeah.
And like he takes the most peaceful shits a man can
But
take.
if he popped that trunk on you, he pulling out
Oh, yeah.
a 37 inch.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Not, ain't no fucking AR.
And look, you
gonna
go
get sliced
You go for
up.
your piece, but then when you go, your wrist just
Sensei.
he already hit you 7 times with it.
Sensei look like he be taking this shit just like the most peaceful fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Moving the bottle is part of life, Randy.
Yeah.
No, but let me tell you though, like a lot of the stuff, the philosophies and stuff, and the ways and the things that he brought me up, being it like just training with him,
Strong ass mindset, bro.
super strong mindset. And the thing is like values and shows you things that just in life, how you carry yourself throughout life. Incredible, man. And he's actually an incredible human being.
That's what true
And
martial arts is.
He's a martial artist,
Yeah.
more so than anything else. I don't see him as a competitor,
fighter. Like
as a fighter.
there's fighter and there's
he's a martial artist, but
yeah.
he understands he's not like one of them dudes that try to like bring his martial arts into like, you know, he has a good blend and a good balance because he knows the game. He's
Yeah.
fought himself.
Yeah.
He understands like what's not gonna help you here and what's gonna help you, and it's a good blend. Whereas, you know, sometimes them dudes like McDojo try to like, and that's dangerous.
Yeah.
But he's not that guy at all. He don't play that. So, even when we collect our belts, right, to get a stripe on your belt, he gives you, once you sign up to the gym, you learn the 7 principles. It's more than 7, but it's called the 7 principles. And this is something that we stand by throughout. Everybody has to know them. When you get a stripe, you come up, you recite them.
What are they? Just to put you on the spot.
It's honesty and justice, polite courtesy, courage, compassion, sincerity, duty, loyalty, and honor.
I fuck with that.
Right? And you have to, like, our gym embodies that. You know, you to even be accepted by the gym, literally, like you can't go by those principles. If you don't embody those principles,
I don't want good people. I mean, I want good fighters. I want good
people. He don't give a fuck if you are a good fighter. He'll tell you straight up. He's like, yo, I don't give a fuck if you're a good fighter or not. It's like, are you a good person?
Yeah.
Are you good values?
So Dean Thomas been coming up for a while now, and we had a conversation, and Dean Thomas on the same type note, man.
Yeah.
And Dean Thomas a fucking OG in the game. He don't give a fuck if you're a fighter or not. Bro, he fucking hit me up. I was away with Nusutong.
Yeah.
I was in Vegas. He was here. He's like, yo, don't worry about it. I'm going to run your shit.
Yeah.
He ran the whole day.
Yeah, he was
He's
cool
like,
as shit.
I just want to be around good people.
He called me that day too. He was like, come up and get, because I was talking to him in Vegas about, you know, my last fight, and he was saying, come up, I got some stuff for you. You know?
And he's like, I just want to teach good people. Like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if they fighters or not, John. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. And those are the people who embody the arts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it helps you. And once you embody the arts, everything else is gonna be, it's gonna magnify what you're. I see amazing fighters sometimes, amazing, and I'm like, bro,
Toxic.
if you just had like facts, or just weak-minded, it's like, yo,
Yeah.
if you just had like a little bit of like the way,
Yeah.
bro,
How you gonna win if you
would
ain't right
fucking
within? That's real.
dominate, bro,
Yeah.
like, cause you are talented,
Yeah.
you know. But sometimes it's like here, your heart, and here.
But a lot of those guys have a different mission too.
Yeah, it's true.
You know?
But this still, you gotta have this right. You gotta have your heart
Well,
right.
you
and
gotta
your mind
have-
right.
yeah,
That's why when I'm on the, you see at my weigh-ins, what I do, I always go like this and this. A lot of people don't know what that is. It's like
A testicle, and then you hook
nigga,
the head up.
And the shaft.
Nigga stupid.
He's holding the he said, hey, cough.
Go ahead. What it mean? Hold up.
It's head and heart.
Head and heart, okay.
It's head and heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm committed to it. I'm resolved from the beginning. I know what this is. I know the places that I need to go. I know in order to get there. I've been in this game a long time now, man. And it's like, I feel I've been pushed to places not even 1% of man has ever been, physically and mentally.
Right.
You know, so I always take that into combat with me, into war. It's like, all right, my head and my heart.
Yo, and look, I love your mind, like, not because you're here, but I love the mindset that you have, win or lose.
Yeah. We always talk about that on some real.
I've talked to you after a win, and I've talked to you after a loss, and it's the same Randy Brown, win or lose. Like, you know, I love that mindset, and I wish a lot of the fighters have the same. You know, like, but again, it comes down from going through shit and not going through shit in life. You know,
Facts.
And like you said, being right in here and being right in here. This is just a loss is a physical thing. Like to knock out, whatever. It's just it's a physical encounter. But if
One
it doesn't,
moment.
that's it.
One moment in time, bro. Like, but that's the thing. When you're not a multifaceted human being, bro, and
your
like, you're just
physicality is
like-
all you got, right?
Yeah, you're just like, "Raw, this is it. I'm gonna be some dog, man. It's like then that doesn't work. Someone takes that from you. You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
And you understand that it's
got-
life.
you
Yo, we
got
talk
nothing.
about it like it's a little different, but like we talk about like how like your mindset and everything like that. Because of course, we all got people that we lost and stuff like that. But it's just like we was talking like an experience where it's like I lost my first cousin. He lost people, whatever. But it's like the first thing. It doesn't stop my life.
No.
Like I went like my cousin got killed the day after. All my brothers, we all went to work.
Nah.
We didn't stop. We of course we were hurt. We were mourning, but we know life gonna have to go on.
I've been
It's
at
not
the
gonna wait
gym.
for you.
Homies got killed multiple
Yeah.
times in like 11 years, right? Like, and I've come to the gym. Nobody know. Only my circle know. Like, damn, bro. Like, and it fucks me up. But nobody in here know.
Right.
Because life goes on.
It's
right?
it's not to sweep it under the rug. I'm just saying it's a moment. This isn't even the end of life. Like
you can't let it leave you.
Man,
And that stay with you now.
Yeah.
Life gonna keep going.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
it'll run you over too
see
if
me,
you say a trial.
You see me snap on the mats before, right? Like that's why I snap, because some of these people don't understand what they have.
Yeah.
Nah.
You know, like I say it all the time. Yo, I got people like 8 feet deep. They're not breathing. Like
Nah.
they can't live life no more. They lost their fucking life, and y'all over here.
And you left your
bullshit.
shin pads at home. It's into the world.
You know what I'm saying? You over here like you want to be something. You're not doing what you need to do, or like you take a L. And life is like no, bro.
That's why even my sensei says resolve, right? Being resolved from the beginning. You know, this may sound weird to people, but like, and this sound wild when I tell people this. Like there's a book he reads, The Way of the Samurai, right? And like different books that he has. And like when we meditate, we'll sit down. There's a whole class. He has a meditation, and it's like, hey, if you want to come, he's not like, oh, you got to come. You want to come, you can come. Well, there's benefits to this, you know.
Yeah.
You go, if you want to come, you can come. Don't come, it's fine, you know. But I'm gonna be here doing this. If you want to join me,
Yeah.
And we go there, and there's a bell. He has a bell, and when I tell you, man, this shit clears your mind. Rings the bell, hits the bell, bing. All the lights are off. You sit there, you sit in Cesar, and you just meditate and visualize your fight. He said, visualize what you want in your life. Visualize what you want.
Pat Sabatini, he do that.
It's the secret.
Yeah.
He put
your thoughts become things, brother.
Facts.
Your thoughts become things.
He put his headphones on, just fucking meditates.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro, it's amazing. And what he
law
does
of
is
attraction.
That's it.
you
Law of
sit
attraction.
there 100%, and you sit there and you quiet, and then occasionally he'll hit that bell thing. And when he hits that bell ding, he reads a passage from the book, and it'll be like the most fucking inspirational shit ever out there. Sometimes, and it'll be like, the way of the warrior, or the way of the samurai is found in death. You know, when like some like
I don't know about that.
It'll be no.
It's like, no, I
Yeah,
got drunk.
for what we do though. For what we do, you know what I'm saying. So like, for me, something that they said that always stuck with me is being resolved.
Yeah.
Being resolved from the
Yeah.
beginning, and being resolved means having your mind made up, being
And
resolute.
bro, listen, it's a fucking fight game. You're gonna win or you're
You're
gonna
gonna
lose.
lose. So you gotta be you gotta understand what you're getting yourself into,
Yeah.
and that's what I took
Yeah.
from being resolute and being resolved from the beginning is knowing like, listen, I'm about to climb this fucking hill.
Yo, like the last laws, like Jack,
Yeah.
right? Like you talked to me probably hours after, right?
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, I gotta get this shit back, coach. This is like immediately after the fight.
That's
Like,
it.
yo, like,
But what am I
and
gonna do?
right,
Think
right.
about it.
And I hung up. We had a long conversation. Hung up. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker strong minded as shit.
Because it's not real loss.
Yeah.
it's not.
I know what you I haven't seen your father since you was 2. I lost for real in life.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like,
Bro,
this
I've
just
seen
a fight.
I've seen my cousin like side me like this. I'm a kid. He's holding my. I've seen him get shot right in the chest. Bang, gone.
Real loss.
Real loss.
Yeah.
Real loss. Like
Yeah.
these moments, and even in that loss in a fight, I got caught. And it's
It happens. It's a
we
fight.
saw. You see a crescendo. We see where it's headed.
Yeah.
I make a mistake. Bang! I couldn't recover in time. I'm scrambling. Boom! He got my neck. All right. You even see it when I sat on the ground. I was just like,
Not the
Fuck.
bid though,
I
like,
was
but
like,
when shit
fuck.
like when that shit be happening,
Yeah.
like, dude, in your mind, when it's not going right in your it's not going right physically in your mind. Are you just dwelling on it like,
Hell
oh
no.
God, look at the boy, look at me, damn, look at your boy, like what you saying? Like, look at your boy. Oh shit, he got my neck.
Yo, you know
no,
what's
my
crazy?
legs. Oh fuck.
honestly, you're thinking it do be like that. do feel like that? You be like, damn, right?
What the fuck, man?
But you're finding like resolution in that moment. You need to find an answer quick. So you thinking like, damn, like I remember like Jack hit me, bro. Literally, this is exactly what happened.
Your upper body was in it.
When I was rocked, I got rocked.
Yo, I think you knocked yourself out when you landed.
Nah, I wasn't out. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I was conscious. That's why I said you do
Yeah,
think
you
about
thinking
things.
like, oh my
when he
God,
hit me,
man.
I remember I lost function in my body. I literally said, this is exactly what I said. Shit. I was just like shit. Right? Because you're like, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. Like, what am I gonna do?
Yo, I got dropped like that on the mats one time. Boom, straight. My partner coming down, I'm like,
No.
he's like, yo, you were out. I said, motherfucker, my hands were like this. Fuck you mean was I out? Yeah. You think my wrist turns this way naturally, motherfucker? I was smoked, bro.
Yeah,
Smoked.
that's so wild.
Yeah, I just assume like if it was me, I definitely would be like, oh.
Yeah, you
God.
be thinking about
You
just
see the
random
girl
shit.
last weekend.
Oh,
she
she
got
turned
rocked
around. She started booking.
She was she was reaching for the gate.
Yo, she was
I
out.
said, damn, nigga.
Nah, yeah,
It's so crazy, man. But like, we can laugh about it now. Like,
It is what it is.
That's what it is, man.
yeah.
It's. I tell you, like, let me go back to what I was saying. Is like, being resolved, man, is super important. You know why I love that word resolve? Because it's like, hey, listen, we getting ready to climb this mountain.
Yeah.
If you're not resolved to know what the fuck this shit comes with,
Oh yeah.
it's not
don't
for
even-
you.
don't even
try.
climb it, bro.
There's
Don't
gonna
even
be
climb it.
bumps. There's
Yeah.
gonna be days. There's gonna be
Yo.
all kind of fucked up shit.
Big part of
Be able to deal with that.
some people's problem is that they think they're always gonna fucking win.
No.
An entitlement.
You're not always gonna win.
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
But you know what? You feel if there's someone that grew up and their life has always showed them that, the world has always showed them that, always have that privilege, always got their way.
Yeah.
Always a competitor that always wins
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna take loss hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But me,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, of course I want to win. Of course I take it hard, right? But at the end of the day,
You move on.
I move on. At the end of the day, it's more to life. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, I'm a multifaceted human being with like so many more. This is just a fraction of my life. After this,
Listen,
I'm
fighting.
gonna
the
be doing
fight
other
life
shit.
is this long.
It's short.
You know what I'm saying? Fight life is this long. You have to realize, yo, there's more to life than fighting.
Yeah, 100%.
And fighting is gonna end one day.
No.
So
And you got to prepare yourself for that.
Yeah.
And that's why earlier in my career, I sacrificed relationships. I sacrificed, like, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to commit to this. This is what this is. But as you get to the middle of your career now, it's like, okay, you start to forge those things now. You settled in. You don't
Right.
get complacent, don't get
Right.
me wrong, but you have an understanding of, all right, I need to set myself up now.
Yeah.
I need to, forge back those relationships, those people that maybe
Yeah.
felt I've done wrong
Yeah.
or whatever, or maybe they felt like I didn't show them enough time. Spend some time with your family. You know what I mean? Show them some love.
Yeah.
And people appreciate that, and after fighting is over, you still have your loved ones around you. You still have things around you and people,
Right.
that the things that matter the most. And the friendships that you've created throughout martial arts. Like, you know what I mean? We've created bonds and friendships now, that if it wasn't for fighting, we would have never, I'd drive 2 hours to come here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And if it wasn't for fighting, there would be no reason for me to be
Yep.
here. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And you guys took me in as family. So it's like, you want to embrace that, man. It's not always about
I remember the first day.
it's not always about beating up each other
I
all the
remember
time.
the first day. Daniel was like, yo, I got my boy from New York coming, right? He come out, what's up, nigga? What you doing? He's like, and remember your other two boys with the cameras?
Yeah.
He said, man, you fucking crazy as shit, bro. You the craziest coach I've ever been fucking with.
I was like, yeah, nigga, go ahead, let's go.
That was curly top Randy and shit. Yeah, Randy with the Kobe fro.
Yo, so like we talked about, you're in the range. What's next? What's after fighting?
Shoot, I mean, after fighting
Ideally,
for
if it
me-
all goes your way.
If it all goes my way, obviously it ends with gold. You know what I mean? Because first and foremost, that's the thing that leads everything and drives me, is to be the best that I could be, to be the best athlete I could be, and be the best competitor. You know what I mean? So I want to make it top 5. Potentially challenge for the belt. You know what I mean? Win the belt, all goes well. And then after that, in between now, I'm a guy that I'm always hustling. You know what I mean? So I'm sprinkling things here.
Yeah,
I'm setting myself up.
you're a legit businessman outside the mat.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Yo,
we
it's good though.
we
It's
give
good.
people their flowers though, but like I said, off the record, we always like I proudly say, I'm like, yo, Randy got this shit figured out. Outside of fighting, Randy understands that Randy Brown is a brand, and I have to try and build this brand as much as possible. So whether it's the podcast, the Twitch, to this, to that, blah blah blah. Even like I said, I keep it a buck. We always say like our guys aren't the best with it here. Like I saw you out Vegas. I saw you at that whatever the summit. I see you on the Instagram. I see you in the background on some of the UFC posts, whatever. And it's like you have to do those things. Like you're a brand. People want the Randy Brown brand. Whatever fans you have accumulated, they want access to you. They want whatever. 100%. So if you out here I don't care if it's taking pictures with babies, signing autographs, whatever, blah blah. You out here, you in the mix, like that's all helping build your brand. So I always say like, yo, he do got it like figured out as an athlete that is not just about fighting. I have to.
Yo, so you ever got a 50G bonus?
Yeah,
you did. Mm-hmm. So in your career, what's not talking about the last whip or whatever?
I know what you about to ask.
The first time
I blew that shit.
You blew your check.
Gone.
What they say?
They say immediately.
Well,
but that's why I'm getting experience,
listen,
bro. I was getting 12 and 12. I was getting 12 and 12, bro. When they gave me 12, I was 25 years old, bro.
Right.
I was living in the gym. You know what I'm saying? I was living with. I didn't even get to that part of me when I met Sensei. I was living in the gym and cleaning the mats still to train, bro. He gave me $100 a week.
Yeah,
nigga, they gave me 12 and 12, and then I got a bonus. They gave me 50 G's. I thought I was rich.
They said
Nigga,
what?
I thought I was rich. You see that chain I be rocking?
Yeah,
that's what I bought with it. That's what I bought with it. Nigga, early in my career. I was 50 G's.
More money, more sneakers.
God damn.
50 G's gone.
Now that you got money, Ice Cube. He said Raiders gear and curl activator. Like, you're getting more.
But that's the thing. I'm a kid. I'm a kid from Jamaica. There's no one teaching me financial literacy. All of it I had to figure out on my own. You know what I mean? But my mind has always been, I always had a good mind for that. You know what I mean? It's just in me. I don't know if that's passed down from my peoples. It's just, we just all are like that. So it just became like, when I first got it, I just went crazy. Like, oh shit. And I was like, wait a minute. Damn.
Yeah, nah. 6
I don't
months
like
later.
that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. That's
6
gone.
months, I gotta wait 6
I was
months.
like, wait a minute. I don't like that. So then I was like, oh, okay. Now I got a budget. Now I got to start to do this. And now let me put something away so I could try to get something. I need residual because I keep fighting and I'm broke after a while. Then I fight and then I'm broke again. I don't want to be broke ever. So I started creating residual income. And now I own.
That shit really hurts my feelings when you see a fighter retire
And they got nothing.
and then
My biggest
they gotta
fear.
come back, take a tough ass fight just to get paid.
Or you just see them working a random ass job.
That
It's like, bro,
shit.
all that time put in.
Yeah,
Hell no.
bro.
That is my
That's
biggest
fucking
fear.
crazy.
I am fighting Butterbean on backyard boxing.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
For 40 hours.
Yeah.
So I've learned quickly and early on that you got to put things into place. So now I own 3 properties in Jamaica.
Nice.
You know what I mean? I just bought a house here, 2-family house. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna live in the middle. I rent upstairs, rent up, so they pay off my mortgage. And then my plan is to get out of there, keep that as my investment property, and go get another one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm slowly building. You know what I mean? I got my podcast that brings me a little something from Twitch. You know what I mean? I got my
The
YouTube
Pro and the
stuff.
Bro, man. We showed the show
the
love. You know what I mean? You make sure you go follow the Pro and the Bro. I think it's on Instagram, right?
Yeah, we got on
YouTube page.
Instagram. We got on YouTube, the Pro and the Bro. Check us out.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think those things are important. Sponsorships, you create sponsorships, you create relationships, and like you said, you meet people and you talk to people and you see where our sport is headed. It's growing. It's growing tremendously now, and it's good to meet people and just, show love. You know what I mean? And when you show love, you never know where and that's I've learned early. Like I said, in Jamaica, it's big on that. It's all built off links. So I go to Jamaica, working on building a charity right now. You know what I mean out there? Because I want to open a gym out there as well.
Nice.
And it's all just connections. Literally, it's not what you know. That in Jamaica for sure, it's not what you know. Because the people that run shit, unfortunately, there was corruption, but it forced the people to kind of come together and do things their way. And I love that.
Nice.
That's a good spot to end it at. I did say I had a story for you. I do want to tell you I do have a small beef with you Jamaicans.
God.
Let me tell you, man. I was in Jamaica, right? I went to Jamaica for a wedding, a vacation, right?
I was mad Philly, a wedding.
Yeah, a wedding, right? So we had breakfast. My wife is white, right? So we coming out this little buffet situation. There's 3 Jamaican dudes. Like, we are like a little upper, they down below, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm coming out, I'm a little ahead of my wife behind me. Or she in front of me, I'm behind her.
Gotta hold it tight.
I see the bull
Gotta
tap his
hold it
man,
tight.
right? Listen, he tapped his man. He was like this, right? So I peeped that. I'm like, that's cool, whatever.
Yeah.
but I'm assuming he might see that we together, right? So
My business about that.
we listen. You about to hear. You about to hear this. This the most to this day. I can't get this one back. We go down there. He approached my wife, right? I seen him walking up, approach my wife. I stepped right in. I said, "Oh, my fault, man." I said, "This is my wife." I said, my fault, brother. This is my wife." He said, "Oh," he said, "No." He said, "Excuse me." He said, "Excuse me." And I said, "No, my fault, brother. That's my wife." He was like, "I know, but I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to her." Randy, to this day, I can't get this one back. He's like, all respect. Listen, my wife a decent looking woman. I'm okay. You a man. You thought she was by herself. I'm okay. I'm not no like soft boy like that. If you 10 feet away from your lady and somebody thought they was seeing when they pressed her, who cares? Like, long as you step off when I, oh, my bad, bro, she with me. Oh, my fault, fam. That's it, right? He said, yeah, I know, but he basically said, I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to her. I'm flabbergasted at this point, right? Like, like, if this Philadelphia, done. This dude is done. I'm in Jamaica, though, right? So I'm like, I had to process it. Like, I was like, what? Right? I'm like, what? Right? So I'm like, bro, I said, that's my wife, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Now it's like, step off. So it's 3 of them, is 1 of me. My wife already know you keep walking. Like, something ever going down, yo, you keep walking. Like, don't sit here.
Definitely.
So she walking, and I'm like,
You had flip flops on.
I forgot, but I'm in way better shape. I'm still doing CrossFit at this time. I'm right. So he looking at me. It's like a standoff. So he tapped his boy. He said, "Look, he thinks because he got the muscles." It was like whatever, something like that. I said, "No, I'm not thinking I got the muscles." I said, "You just peeped I got the muscles." You know what I mean? So I'm like, it's whatever, like whatever you want to do. It's a standoff. It's done. We go our separate ways. I'm like, but it's burning me up. I can't get it. So this is the last day. We leaving, right? We leaving. We sitting in this lobby. It's a long hallway. I see this boy coming down the hallway. I never told my brother about my brother-in-law, Simon. I never told him about the encounter, but he coming down the hallway. We sitting on his bench. You can either walk past this way or that way. We in the middle. So we sitting on his bench. So he come past me. It's not enough time to tell my brother what happened earlier, just in case it's about to go down, right? So I was like, all right, whatever. Just keep my eye on him. So he walked behind me. I'm like, that. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right. He walked past, whatever. So you know when you go to the islands, when you get your ride back, they call your name. You go get in the van. Yeah. So we go get in the van. My family in the van, everything in the van. I'm sitting in this chair over here. My wife right here. My brother-in-law and my father-in-law in the back, right? They calling for this boy named Chuck, right? So they like, Chuck not showing up. I'm like, damn, what's going on? All right, whatever. So we waiting for this boy. The boy come outside. He waiting. He said, Chuck. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, Jesus.
This is Chuck.
Christ. Jesus Christ. I'm like, this can't be Chuck. Like, this not Chuck, right? So they calling for Chuck. He's smoking a cigarette. He looking in the van. We see each other in the van. They call for Chuck. I see him come out. So wherever I was sitting, I'm right-handed. So I can't remember where I moved, but I know if he got in his van and it went down, I wanted this arm to be free. Like, where I was at, it wouldn't have been free. So where I sat was right next to my wife. That's what it looked like, but more so I was thinking violence, right? So he say, I'm Chuck, and then I moved my seat. So this is where it got me. He laughed, but the pitch in which his laugh went, he said, listen, he said, when the pitch hit that high, right? So his other bull came out. He said, this is Chuck, or whoever it was. He was like, no, he said to his bull, he said, look, he said, the man asked for Chuck, and when I say I'm Chuck, he immediately switches his seat. When it hit this, I jumped out the van, right? I swing the door back. I'm in I can't remember what I'm saying, but now I'm like, what you trying to do, bro? This and that. I closed the door because I didn't want that's my family. They not like that. Yeah. So I closed the door, but now it's me, a strong dude kind of like me, and an older man like my father-in-law. So this when I found out my family was riding. So I jump out the van, I hear the door open up. It's a 3-on-3 at this point. My father-in-law got the old bull. My brother-in-law got the other bull. I'm going at it with the other bull. When I talked to him, I realized he got liquor on his breath. He drunk. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's just a disrespectful ass, drunk ass Jamaican rum drinking bull, right? So somehow I pull him over to the side. You know, somebody's still popping off, but now I got to de-escalate it. Like, I'm in Jamaica. I ain't trying to go to jail.
Definitely not.
You know what I mean? The bull, whatever. But He got me, bro. Like I can't get that one back. I was scared to go to jail in Jamaica.
He trolling you. That was a troll. He was just trolling you.
I told the
You know what's crazy? He probably did a podcast about you.
He probably
Let me tell you. Yo,
let me tell you
you
about this nigga
American?
I was-
Let me tell you about this bitch ass American.
I just didn't want to go to jail in Jamaica. If it was in Philly, I'd have smoked this. I swear
guarantee
to
you know
God.
what's funny? You
What?
mad about it today?
He not.
He don't even
it's a-
remember.
He don't even remember. That nigga was like, he was trolling you. He was like, yo, that shit was funny as fuck. He was like, yo, look at this nigga. He's sitting next to his girl. If he like somebody come take him woman. Immediately switches his seat. So about immediately switching seat.
Yo, so from that day, I was like, yo, that's one I can't get back. I told the taxi driver, he's like, what happened? I'm telling you, but he said that is disrespect. He said, he said, when you see a man
Well, he
with
said-
a good wife, he said, you just say
Yeah,
respect.
that
He
is
said,
true.
God bless. He was like, you just be like, you blessed, and that was it. And I was like, yeah, like that's what I thought would have happened. You know what I mean? But no,
A dude tried to, two dudes, same Jamaican dudes at the time. They try to talk to my girl one time in like a grocery store.
Yeah, that's still good.
you good? Yeah, we about to wrap it up right
but
here.
I let her. She's doing her thing. I'm doing my thing, right? And then I see them like, yo, they talking about it, but they're like, yo, watch like right here, like, yo. I'm like, so that I hear them, so I pull up next to him, and I was like, yo, you should. You know, as I'm gassing, I was like, yo, you should. I was like, you ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna. Right? And he's like, yeah, man, go do it, man. Just watch. I'm gonna do it. So I'm like, all right, cool, boom. So he's there. They still. I go do my thing. I'm walking around. I see them still talking, looking. I said, let me show you how to do it. Fronted, walked up on her, started talking to her like whatever. So you don't know what I'm saying. This is my girl. We came here together. You know what I'm saying? I got my arm around her. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing around, feeling her up. Now walk outside with her. So now when she's at the register, I leave, right, and I see them back in one of the aisles. And niggas like, yo, have it like that, bro. I'm like, yeah, like that. So now we walk outside. As we putting the stuff in the car together,
They see
us putting the stuff in the car together. And then he looked at me. He's like, yo, you know, say y'all style man, and all like this style, like you slick. Laugh like, oh, it is what it is.
Yeah, bro, that's funny. Yeah, that's hilarious. But yeah, he got me, man. I can't get that back. Y'all, I don't bang with Jamaicans after that. You don't Jamaican, nothing. That's it, man. Other than that, like I got bull face memorized. It's forever. He got me. He got me, bro. It's nothing I can do. He got me. But yo, yo, Randy, you've been a great host. You know what I mean? We appreciate the show. We appreciate you rocking with us, man.
Yep.
And next time, man. And best of luck
sir.
with everything, the career, everything, brother. So, you know, we 100% support you in every
Appreciate
way.
it.
And on the
Appreciate
mat, off the mat, podcast, everything, brother. So, thank you, man. Yo, like, subscribe. Like I said, if you're watching this, then clearly I put the episode up. This is probably going to be a 2-part because this like an hour and a half. Like,
These motherfuckers can talk.
this a 2-part. Yeah. So the first part going up, and I'm going to put the second part
Yo,
up.
you trained
but-
tonight?
Yeah, I'll be here.
All right.
There you go. But, yo, we out, man. Within
Peace,
the range. Yo.
motherfuckers.